Open up, step back for a second.
Give me that Omega Spirit. Give me that Omega Spirit. Give me that Omega Spirit. That's good enough for me. It was good for Brother Johnson. It was good for Brother Johnson. It was good for Brother Johnson. It's good enough for me. Just give me that Omega Spirit. Give me that Omega Spirit. Give me that Omega Spirit. It's good enough for me. Lord, thou hast been our dwelling place in all generations. Before the mountains were brought forth, wherever hast thou formed the earth and the world, even from everlasting to everlasting, thou art God. Thou turnest man to destruction and sayest, return, ye children of men, for 1,000 years in thy sight are but as yesterday when it is past, and as a watch in the night. Thou carriest them away as with a flood. They are as asleep. In the morning they are like grass which groweth up. In the morning it flourisheth and groweth up, in the evening it is cut down and withereth. For we are consumed by thine anger, and by thy grace are we troubled. Thou hast set our iniquities before thee, our secret sins in the light of thy countenance. For all our days are passed away in thy wrath. We spend our years as a tale that is told. The days of our years are 80 years and 10, and if by reason of strength they be 80 years, yet is their strength labor and sorrow. For it is soon cut off, and we fly away. Who knoweth the power of thine anger? Even according to thy fear, so is thy wrath. So teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, let me stand. I am tired, I am weak, I am worn. Through the storms, through the night, lead me on to the light. Take my hand, precious Lord, lead me on. Brother has gone from our midst and sailed to Golden Shore. When we wear the gloves, a friend has passed the final test and walks through purple doors. The circle has an empty space, a voice shall raise no more. The song of fellowship and love uplift forevermore when we wear the gloves. When we wear the gloves, a light goes from this earthly life, the visor closed again, and yet all the heavens open wide to let a new star in. When we wear the gloves, the brother leaves the chapter roll and moves to other worlds. For when we say our last goodbye, he walks on streets of pearl when we wear the gloves.
We are assembled here to pay our last respects to a member of our fraternity. As all life must perish, and even as we must come to the crossing of the great divide, so has our brother reached that stage. Let us then resign ourselves to the will of the supreme basilisk of the universe, here making our final rites to this, our departed brother. Brother Keeper and Records of Seals, you will read the memorial.
Brother Theodore Teddy Johnson was initiated to the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated on March 30th, 1984, by way of Psi Epsilon chapter at Delaware State University, Dover, Delaware. Throughout his many years of membership in Omega, Brother Johnson was a committed member of the fraternity and served devotedly for 33 years. Brother Johnson embodied the fraternity's cardinal principles of manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift through his service in his community. His willingness to give freely of his time and talents embodied the true spirit of Omega. Brother Johnson served Omega faithfully at Psi Epsilon chapter as Dean of Pledges of the Spring 1986 line, the 7 Deadly Sins. This example that he set will continue to serve as a standard by which all Omega men should live. Brother Theodore Johnson, a 33-year member of the fraternity, has now joined Omega chapter. His enthusiasm, wise counsel, and fraternal support will be deeply missed. Brothers, once again, the circle of Omega has been broken, and another one of his pearls has shaken loose to rise to these higher heights, serving as a shining lamp of knowledge and inspiration for those who come after him in search of the light that is Omega. May the life of Brother Theodore Johnson, who we now memorialize, serve as a model to personify the motto of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated: friendship is essential to the soul. Our Brother Theodore Johnson, a family man and dedicated fraternity brother, will be truly missed by all. May God bless his soul. Brother Theodore Johnson entered Omega chapter on October 18th, 2017. Humbly submitted, Brother James Brown, Bosness, Brother Curtis J. Stark Sr., Keeper of Records and Seals.
Brothers, you have heard the record of our departed brother. He has been a shining light in the bright crown of Omega. The irradiance of his star will furnish a guiding ray to many who will come after him to seek the light that is Omega. The members of our fraternity are bound inseparably by a chain of friendship and brotherhood that makes the joys of one the joys of all, that makes the sorrow of a brother a common lot. We share the burdens, toils, and cares of every one of us. We also share our happiness and pleasures, our hopes, dreams, our very life. This comradeship, my brother, extends even and beyond the grave. Neither height, nor depth, nor walls, however high or wide, can foil the deep desire of all of us to be at peace with those, our brothers, in whatever state they be. Brothers, give ear to the chaplain who will speak.
Brothers, in this solemn hour, our hearts and the minds of others who knew our departed brother, Theodore Johnson, are heavy with sorrow. The silent shadow of death has again visited our Omega forest of life and felled one of our sturdy trees. But we do not sorrow as men without hope. The manner in which we live influences our attitudes toward death. We are instructed that manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift shall be the rules of life by which we live. He who has lived a manly life is well prepared to face death. To be manly is to live a life of high principles, to have a goal, and to be courageous in the attainment of that goal. The steadfast adherence to so noble a concept, difficult though it may be, must, of necessity, be of inestimable value in the development of sterling characters. To be a man may well mean to be a martyr to a cause, but the end of martyrdom is that one has lived not as a craven coward, but as those glorious men who have left behind for mankind a record written in the blood of sacrifice, a record to be read by many who will come after. if we have lived as men, it cannot be, but that we will die as men when die we must. To be his brother's keeper should be the aim of every man. Unselfish living is a rare, precious gem to be sought by all mankind. Not what we have, but what we give is a worthy standard for men who would uplift the race of men. We must reach down and lift our fellow men so that they too will stand as men of pride and character for all the world to see. This is the life Omega demands of all her sons. It is the lesson that we learn from our association one with another. Such is the life our brother Johnson set before his comrades. The cardinal principles of the fraternity have so become a part of him that when the record of the good book is read, Brother Johnson will not have cause to be ashamed. Brothers, let us not merely wipe away the tear that falls from him. Let us here resolve with God's grace that we shall continue to hold aloft the banner of Omega as nobly as he, our departed brother.